Welcome to Baker Dave Presents. We're here today in the Johnson Hardwick Hall Kitchens at Temple University. It's a working kitchen. You might hear some noises. There might be some people in the background. Today I have a very special guest. I have the Kalen Allen from The Ellen Show, and he is here to show us his recipe, not his family's, his recipe for peach cobbler, coming right up. Welcome, Kalen. This is amazing.
Thank you.
We caught you just in time.
Hey, I'm happy to be here.
You're totally Temple made. Look at you all Temple everything.
Okay, look,
awesome.
I always rep my university.
Forever.
All the time. Forever.
Don't forget where you came from.
Never.
I'm just saying, as you're getting bigger and bigger, like don't forget your Temple made still. You know what I mean?
I know.
So what are we making today?
So today we are going to make my world famous, well maybe just Kansas City
It
famous.
might be world famous now.
After this maybe. But we're going to make my peach cobbler, which I make back at home. And like I said on the Ellen Show, actually, I talked about this, is that a lot of people pay me to make these peach cobblers because they come from my special recipe.
That makes you a professional.
I guess so. Hey, if that's what you want to call it, I claim it. So the first thing that
normally you would hide that.
What?
Like if you had a perfect recipe, people you wouldn't want to give the whole world your recipe.
This is
but
true.
You're so busy, you don't care if everybody else makes it now.
But see, the reason why I say we need to make it now is because I don't want anybody to mess it up. You know, because I critique food videos and people mess up a lot of stuff.
I've seen a couple critiques of yours.
Exactly. So I want to make sure that I present a recipe.
You better have some salt and pepper in this stuff.
Nuh-uh. I love it.
All right, so I mean, why don't we, before we even get to that, let me get know a little bit about you. 'Cause I don't know a lot about you. I'm not gonna lie. Like I only seen the little clips I've seen on Ellen and your awesome Kalen Reacts, which is fantastic. My daughter loves you now.
Thank you.
She didn't know who you were at first. I was like, oh, he's blowing up. He's gonna be on Ellen. You should check him out. But she loves you now. We're waiting for the next one. So we're only like 6. You only have like 6 of them. You have like hardly any.
6.
Like I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, so Kalen Reacts has been moved to the Ellen Show.
That's awesome.
That is why nothing has been released, because we're still working on pre-development and figuring out the branding and the switching over.
Now you're going to have professional photography instead of your phone, right?
Well, yeah, but the good thing is that because I'm a film major, you know, so I'm already on top of that.
You already knew what was up, right?
So I'm ready for that. So yeah, so I moved to LA on this Saturday coming up.
Wow.
And then we're going to just get to work.
You're going to. Congratulations, man. Like
Thank you.
What was your original plans? Because this seriously, no offense to you, but this was seriously overnight.
Yes,
this was not like
it was.
I've been working on this for 5 years, and all of a sudden someone finally noticed. Like that would be me if anyone ever noticed me.
Right.
I'd be like, I've been doing this for 10 years now, and nobody cared. All of a sudden they noticed. Like that would be me. But for you, this is seriously overnight. Like what was your original plans? Because you're ready to graduate anyways.
Yeah, so I only have 1 more semester. But the crazy thing is that...
Are you finishing school up?
Yeah, I'm finishing out with the Study Away LA program.
I'm glad to hear that.
Oh, yes. I did not put in 4 years for nothing.
This is what I'm saying. Like, so many people would have just been like, but you don't know.
No.
Like, you want an education still.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
And because I'm a double major, so I'm also a concentration in acting in theater and film. And before all this happened, I had actually already set auditions for Juilliard, for NYU, for Yale.
Really?
Like, these were already set. And then as soon as the Ellen
Did any of them, no, I don't know if it matters, but did any of them,
I canceled all of them.
So you never got a response from any, you don't, either way?
No, the audition hadn't even happened. They were happening in January.
Okay.
So, like, actually my auditions were, like, next week.
Was it just that? Like, do you play instruments? Do you do anything else? Or
yes, I play cello, too. Yeah.
Awesome.
I do a wide
When
range
did you
of
start
things.
doing that?
When I was in 4th grade, I started playing cello.
A lot of people start then. Yeah. I started violin when I was 4 years old.
4 years old?
Yeah,
Do you still play?
Not as much as I should. I play guitar and stuff. I kind of switched over.
There are no Baker violinists out
I know. I could be the famous Baker violinist.
Right?
Like, I don't. How do you do that, though? Because I need my hands to bake.
Well, I mean, you can bake, and then, like, while it's baking, you can do a little performance.
Maybe.
That's possible.
Maybe. Anyways, I think I'm sticking with bacon for now.
Okay.
I'm really good at baking. I've been doing it a long time. I've been
you.
here
I've
for like
had
15 years. Have you?
I've had it. I've had the cake, the big cake.
The big cake. That's pretty awesome,
That's my
right?
favorite moment.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like when you're big, we can make a gigantic Kalen head or something somewhere.
Can we?
Why not?
Can that be a thing?
Talk to your bosses. They'd have to pay for it, right?
Okay,
I mean,
I'll make the call.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll make as big a cake as you want, whatever you want, man. I'm your cake man.
I'm flying you out to LA.
I'm your cake man. I am your cake man.
Yes.
All right, so you're not from Philly, though.
I'm actually from Kansas City, Kansas.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of people get the accent confused, and they're like, you're from the South, but Kansas is actually in the Midwest.
I mean, I grew up in Ohio, and we always call that the Midwest, which seems silly, too, because it's very north for being Midwest.
Yeah, it is. But, you know, they just put that whole group together. I think they just didn't want to separate
All the flyover
anymore.
states. They don't. They
Exactly.
feel like there's an East Coast and a West Coast and everything
Right.
in between. If you talk to people out here, they don't know any of the states in the middle.
Right,
It's
exactly.
hysterical.
Exactly. I
I
tell
could pick
people-
out Kansas City on a map. Like
Thank
I could tell you where it is, but most people
in the East never do. They're always like, where is that?
it's
I'm
somewhere on the other side of Pennsylvania, right?
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. Like
like, I never understand it. It makes no sense to me.
maybe it's their education system. It's not their fault.
I said, do they not
Maybe
teach you
it's
geography?
exactly that's what I'm
Right.
saying. Maybe it's not their fault. Maybe it's their system.
Hey.
In 3rd, 4th grade, when we're learning all the states because we're
Right.
all important, they
Exactly.
didn't. Maybe they think they're the only ones that are important.
Right, because it's the New England states. You know, maybe so. Who knows? Who
Well,
knows?
we can fix that someday. But we're making cobbler. This is a southern
Yes.
type family recipe. This is just
Yes,
your
it is.
recipe. Did you do these changes? What's this?
So my
Because
grandmother.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you here. With this, I've seen your videos. You talk about liking things that are simple. This is not simple. You
It's-
added so much nonsense in here that I've never
Yeah.
seen in peach
and regular
cobbler.
cobblers. Well, it's because so it started out as a basic recipe.
I'm sure it did, and then you
that
had to
my
play with it.
Yes, because I was like, okay, this could use a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because I like to make things my own, you know. Because my grandmother is the one that used to make peach cobbler, and this
Right.
was a basic recipe that she always used. And so then from that, I was like, okay, but I think we could also add these.
I think we
other
can make it
things.
better.
Yeah,
I
you
think
know?
Grandma did okay, but I think we could do better.
Right. I like it, and other people like it, so it works for me.
All right, then. So let's get started with this a little
Okay.
bit. We've got all the dry ingredients. So we got sugar, which is normal. That's
Yep.
always in stuff. We got cornstarch, completely normal. You
Yes.
want to thicken it up.
Exactly.
Makes perfect sense. Then all of a sudden we have nutmeg.
Yes.
Not that strange. I've seen nutmeg. Like when you start adding spices to peaches, to me it feels like a winter fruit all of a sudden. Like that's why I love peaches. I feel like peaches are a summer fruit when they're
Yeah.
not spiced, and a winter fruit when they're spiced.
Exactly.
And I think that makes them completely versatile. You can use them all year round, right?
Uh-huh.
And then we have cinnamon.
Yes.
Totally normal.
Yes.
And then, what the heck are you doing with allspice?
Listen, okay, the reason why I put the allspices in there.
Like, why do you gotta play with it and put allspice in it? Are you serious?
It's because when I make sweet potato pie, I put allspice, and I like.
Who does that?
I like the zing it adds.
It does add a zing. It does add a zing. It's kind of a peppery taste. Like, it definitely adds a zing.
Yeah.
All right. So, you're getting dirty. I'm not getting dirty. dude.
Okay.
I cook every day of my life. I don't need to get dirty when I'm on TV.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get this.
What
all
is that?
mixed up.
Yeah, get your hands in there. Get your hands in there.
Yeah.
And then I would take. You got honey, which I think is a nice addition. I don't disagree with that
A
at
lot
all.
of people don't add honey. You know,
I
that's
don't.
the thing that
I wish you had
do.
more honey, but
Really?
I don't disagree with it.
You like honey?
Well, I mean, that might be more of that southern Midwestern thing. I think if you were in this area, you might have added maple syrup.
You know, that could be.
Right?
Yeah, that is an option too.
But I think I would add more. You know what? One of the great things I love about honey, and this is just a suggestion for you if
Okay.
you want to try something different.
Okay.
Have you ever tried anything other than like typical run-of-the-mill clover honey?
Yes, I've had huckleberry honey from Colorado.
Like honey changes its flavor dramatically
Yeah.
by what flowers the bees go to. Like there's some honeys, there's this like black honey, black African honey that's super
Really?
spicy, like a peppery taste to it. Like they're completely different. Even just wildflower honey tastes completely different. So it changes your profile. I used to make my gingerbread that I make. I
Okay.
make gingerbread men. I don't know if you ever had those.
Yes, I've had
Okay,
gingerbread.
perfect. So when I make my gingerbread men, I don't use molasses like a lot of people do. I use honey.
Okay.
But if I use the wildflower honey, it's totally different. I love it. It makes it so much more complex.
I like that.
Yeah, so
I'm
you
gonna
should
have to do
definitely
that.
try a different honey with it.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah.
bring out other flavors.
So we're adding this over here.
We got some vanilla because everything has to have
Honey.
vanilla.
The honey's kind of thick.
It's always.
Scoop it
What do you
on
think
out
it's
there.
going to be? It's not runny.
I know. We're gonna scoop it on out. There we go.
And then we have lemon juice. You know why you're adding lemon juice?
Yes, because you don't want it to be too sweet, and that gives it that little bit of sour to it.
Lemon does two things. I'm going to be Mr. Science for you
Oh,
for a
come on,
second.
I'm ready. You the
Two things with
professional.
fruit. This is what's great about acids. So not only is it going to bring some of the sweetness back, right? So balance the flavor a little bit, but the acid will also bring out the pectin in the fruit. So it's going to
Oh.
also help with the thickening. Like you can make a strawberry jam
Yeah.
where you literally just cook up strawberry and sugar, and instead of adding pectin in, if you just added some lemon juice into that and cook it a little longer, it'll pull the pectin out of the strawberries and actually thicken itself up.
Wow, didn't
So-
know that.
Little signs for the day. Look at I have him speechless. This guy's
Hey.
like, and I've never seen that. I've never seen this guy speechless.
I mean,
Almost forgot I had butter. We have melted butter, right?
Yes, yes.
I assumed it was melted because
Yes.
you can't mix it if it's not, right?
Right.
Okay, and we have all the dry stuff. Very important, you mixed your sugar and your cornstarch and all that stuff up in here. If you just added cornstarch straight to that, you'd have little cornstarch chunks,
Exactly.
which you don't want. The sugar breaks that up, which is super fantastic.
Right.
Go ahead and mix that in there.
All righty.
Because it's your world. I don't know why I was even touching it.
Okay, now let's mix this up first.
The other great thing is that sugar is going to pull the juices out of the peaches. Have you ever used fresh peaches for this?
Yes. But I prefer, it's easier to just, do
Way
canned
easier.
peaches.
Way easier.
Do you smell that?
How could you not? I
it
smell
smells
that
amazing.
allspice. It's overwhelming.
Yes, it is.
And I'll throw the butter in now, right?
Okay, yeah.
I just assume it's now. I don't know. I just put it in whenever.
Yeah, no, get it in there. There you go.
The butter adds like a luxuriousness to it. How do you like that? Makes me sound like I'm somebody that.
Oh, this smells amazing.
When was the last time you ate this?
Last week, I made one when I was at home.
So now you have a comparison
Yep.
for the holidays.
Yep.
Did you make it or your grandmother made it?
No, I made it.
Oh, now no one
I
else is
made
allowed to
it.
make it. That's your thing now?
Oh yeah, I make them. I do all the cooking.
Like, you know how
in my
you,
house.
I'm not even joking, but you have like family functions and it's like Aunt Betty's bringing the, potato salad. And so,
Exactly.
now this is your thing.
Yes.
Like
this
every
is
time
mine.
you come to a thing now, you have to bring it.
Mm-hmm.
I brought
Absolutely.
a fancy, I got some things if you want to wipe up,
Okay.
but I mean, you're gonna have to dump it in there anyways, so I don't know why you're
Yeah.
cleaning up too much. But I got you a fancy little container for that,
Okay.
right? Because we're actually making half of the recipe. You gave me a recipe that was for like 27 people.
I know, it's huge.
And I was like, I think that's a bit much. Let's make it a little smaller because maybe not everybody has 27 people in their family.
Right. Well, that's because when I usually make it, I make it for families, for their holidays. So then I have to make a big batch.
That makes sense. How much did you get for one of these?
About $50.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't. Dude, Baker Dave doesn't even make that much money off of. I'm not even joking here. Like, if I made a cobbler, I would not get $50 for it.
Hey, I mean, people
I'd be
it.
like, how about 22? And they'd be like, no, I'm not buying that.
Well,
I'm
you
going
got to
to the
think
grocery
about the ingredients, and I got to make a profit. I just can't be making stuff for free if I got to go buy all the stuff.
store. Let's be realistic. How much does this cost to make?
25.
No, it does not. I just bought the ingredients. I know what it costs to make this. I don't want to blow up your spot, but come on, man. This thing costs maybe $10 to make.
$10.
Maybe.
The peaches alone are $10.
What?
I don't
Where
know
you
where
shopping?
you buy. Where are you shopping?
Walmart.
I go to Whole Foods.
Oh, well, that's why. You get the fancy.
Exactly.
I don't get fancy peaches. Maybe if you made your pie dough instead of buying pre-made pie dough, it'd be cheaper. That's just flour and water,
Yeah.
basically,
I used to do that too. That's a lot of work.
We could have totally done that here. I wanted to do that. This hurts my
Really?
soul. This totally,
Aw.
but it's your recipe, so
sorry.
no, I mean, but as a baker, it hurts me.
I
But
know.
it's okay. We'll survive. Do you know how to use that thing?
Yes, I do. And the reason why I use this is because it's the easiest. Instead of using
You
a
didn't
knife.
tell me to use that. I just knew it.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm a baker. This is
Oh,
what I
yeah.
do. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah. This. Oh,
'Cause
I
it
thought I
rolls.
was like being innovative when I figured it out.
Are you kidding me? You're kidding me right now, right?
See, look how easy that is.
It's amazing. I love the pizza wheel. The pastry cutter is what it's actually called.
Is it really?
For real, yeah, because
So why do we only use it for pizza?
I don't know, because we're stupid Americans. I have no idea why. Like, in other countries, they probably don't have pizza like we do.
Okay. There we go.
So then you're going to go ahead and crisscross this whole thing?
Mm-hmm. Now, how do you usually do? You do it diagonal?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you do
Really?
it? How would you do it?
I usually do it this way.
But are they? Oh, you know what? They probably would fit it that way. I looked at it and I'm like, it's got to be diagonal, right?
Also,
That's-
do you weave them?
how else would you do
See,
it?
I just lay them down.
So the whole top just looks like itself?
Kind of, sort of. Here, you teach me how to do it correctly.
Are you for real right now?
I'm so serious.
Okay, this is why it's time consuming. At $50, if you weave it, makes sense to me.
Right.
$50 for you slap. Why'd you even bother cutting it? Why didn't you stick them on there?
Because I like the juices to bubble over.
All right,
come
and
through the holes.
truthfully, all joking aside, that's exactly why you're doing this.
Uh-huh.
Because if you made a regular pie, you would have to you'd vent the top
Exactly.
to let the air out,
Exactly.
the steam from the cooking process, but
Right.
you don't have to here. So I would just stick them all next to each other like this.
Okay.
Try to fit ones that,
That
fit.
work. Right.
That fit about the right size, because that's what's important here. I want smaller ones. Oh yeah, I got a whole other thing here. Look at that. You think I just started doing this yesterday? The trick and why it's such a pain in the butt, which it totally is when you're weaving it, you got to keep moving these things back and forth.
Right.
Did your grandmother ever make it with weaved, or?
No, she used to just put the whole crust on there, and I didn't like it like that.
Because you wanted to be, you're fancy.
Yeah.
And you got to have fancy
Yeah,
stuff.
this is, you know, I'm all
Like,
about
this
the
isn't-
presentation.
This
of
is,
everything.
yeah, otherwise it's not fancy, right?
Right.
It's just normal everyday stuff, and you can't get $50 for a normal everyday one.
Nope.
I'm sure your grandmother wasn't getting that much money for no cobbler.
Oh, she didn't get paid at all.
That's what I'm saying.
See, she wasn't a business person, but I'm a business person. I'm about my coin.
Is that what it is?
I'm serious about my money.
So the trick to this, right? Let me move it over here a little bit. The trick is you're going to take every other one
Okay.
and fold it back, but you don't have to start there because we're starting here.
Got it.
So we're going to take this middle one, we're going to fold it back. And since we're starting with that one, we'll use a little piece there. But then you have to keep moving them back and forth.
Okay.
So you have to take that. Now
See,
this
that's
next
a
time.
lot of work.
Oh, it's a lot of work. It is a huge pain in the behind.
You're dedicated. This
This
why,
is what I
this
do.
Is why you're big babe.
This is what I do. Not everybody can do this.
Look at that. It always looks so beautiful.
This is why it's confusing, though. This is the problem, right? I seriously mix up the numbers. You have to
Uh-huh.
remember which ones are which. So that's under, so this has to be over. So this has to be under, right? So it's these now. See, no, that's
No.
just what, see, this is what the
Yeah.
problem is.
See, look, all this thinking, I don't have time for it.
Hurts my brain sometimes.
I don't have time for
Hurts
it.
my brain sometimes. All right, so I think we did this. I think that's the way to
Right,
go.
yeah, no, that's right.
See?
That's right.
Have you made one of these for Ellen yet?
No, I need to.
That's what I'm saying.
That's gonna be my like, welcome to the team gift, you know, from me to them.
You're welcome to the team gift. Maybe you can decorate it like we are going to decorate it today. I think I wanted to make it a little fancier than your usual. And
Okay.
I didn't realize I was already making it fancier than your usual.
Did I cut you enough strips? You got
It's,
enough strips?
dude, it's going to fit.
Okay,
Like, what do you mean, did you get me enough strips?
I trust you.
I don't know that I trust me, but that's good that you trust me. I'm glad that people should trust people. I think there's not enough trust in the world, really.
Indeed.
So, your original plan was to go to Juilliard or something, you said.
Yes.
I meant to keep going back to that. I keep forgetting that we're talking about you now, not
Yes.
about
About
Cobbler.
our little
It's not really
crisscross
about,
here.
yeah, this is, I'm just getting engrossed here. So what would you have done with that? Like, you totally were going for acting and stuff anyways? Like,
Right.
what?
So that was for grad school. I was just gonna, you know, play the whole struggling artist role. I was gonna go do grad school, then try to get an agent, and then go out, audition day to day.
That is like the story of like 99% of the people out there.
right.
And like, do you have to pinch yourself sometimes now? What's your deal?
It honestly all hasn't sunk in because I made the first video the week before Thanksgiving, you know? So it's only been a month and I've been on the go ever since. So it's like not a lot of things have sunk in. So I think once I get to LA and like I pull into the Warner Brothers lot, but this time to go to work.
Yeah, not
it's
just to
going
visit.
sink- right, it's going to sink in. At
Not
that
as a
point.
tourist.
Right. When I'm an actual resident, it'll be very different. Oh my God, this looks beautiful.
It doesn't look like yours. So wait,
No.
how much should I get for this? You get 50 for yours. I should be able to
know.
get like.
You need to up the charge.
This is what I'm. How much?
This is
How much can I get for
artistry.
this?
Maybe 55. Cause you don't
Are you kidding me right now? You literally just added $5
I
for
mean,
that.
listen, because you took 5 minutes to make that, so that's the extra
So
five.
for five minutes is $5. I'm
Yeah.
$1 a minute. That's what I'm worth.
For this, yes.
All right. So we got all that together, and I thought to
Okay.
myself, like, you're Temple made.
Yes.
I'm Temple made.
Yes, cherry and white.
Cherry and white till
All
the
the
end, man. And you know what is funny about that?
Uh-huh.
I didn't go here.
You didn't? Where'd you go?
I went to Johnson, Wales, because it's culinary school.
Oh.
No culinary school here.
Right. That
Okay.
makes sense.
I didn't go here.
Uh-huh.
But I like to, and I tell this to students all the time, like, I've worked here 15 years now.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of students come in and they go to school for 4 years, whatever, they go on and they're cherry and white forever, right? A lot of the people that work here are way as dedicated or more dedicated
Yeah.
because they've been here just as long or longer.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
They're
I'm on the
loyal.
sidelines cheering for the football team now that they're winning and stuff too.
I
You weren't here
understand.
when they weren't winning, but now that they're winning, we're all there, man. It's
Okay,
awesome.
I understand
That's what
that
I'm
too.
saying.
Yes, I do.
So we know what a Temple tea looks like.
Yes, you do.
We could actually put that on this.
That is so smart.
And I mean, I'm showing you that, but you could actually make anything. You could almost make like a, I'm not going to do it now because that would take way too much time.
Right.
You could almost make like a Kalen face if you wanted on there.
You know, I'm making my logo on there. I could
You
do
have a
that.
logo now?
Yeah, I have my own logo.
Man, I have nothing. You're making me feel like I didn't
need to
succeed.
work
You know
on
what I
this.
mean? Like,
I want to talk to Temple Dining. We're going to get you a logo.
oh, I actually do have a logo. I was actually joking when I said
Oh,
that.
you do?
Haven't you seen my little sticker that I used to have?
You know what? I have.
Yeah, I know. So
You do have a logo.
even before you, I'm just saying.
Hey, you're the OG here. You are the OG.
So I just have to remember, like I'm just trying to cut the pieces. That's the thing. They're very, this is a tough logo to do when you're doing,
It's very specific.
because it's a T. It's not, I can't just,
Right.
fake it here. I got to make something nice,
It's
man.
a very important T.
It's a very important T. So your family all lives back in
Kansas City.
Kansas? Like nobody lives out here?
No.
Anybody moving out with you to LA?
Nope.
Did you have an apartment and stuff already?
Uh-huh. I'm living right down the street from the lot, so very
Did they
accessible.
help you find that or?
No, I'm actually, because of Study Away LA, so I'm staying in the student housing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. It all worked out.
I didn't even know that was an option. I didn't even know that they had a study away, like abroad in LA type of thing.
Yeah, no, they do. It's great. And the
they're-
best part is because I've already finished my theater major, so I'm just finishing the film.
That's the perfect place to finish film out there. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
So that's our tea, but
looks perfect.
here's the thing though, you're not gonna be able to see that really.
Nope.
So this is what we're gonna do. This is gonna mess you up completely.
Okay.
It reminds me of when I was in culinary school. You would decorate a cake,
Yeah.
and then the chef would be like, "Oh, that looks," and usually a thick German accent, like, "Oh, it looks beautiful. Smash, destroy, do it again," and then walk
No!
off. And you'd be like, "Are you serious? I just spent all this time doing it every time."
Oh, God.
Because they want you to learn, right? So that's what you're doing here. You're learning. So I then take it.
You want me to put the puzzle
Actually, I
pieces
do.
in?
Yeah, I do want you to do it. I'm a step
Okay.
away. I don't know why I was doing that. I usually go backwards.
Okay.
That's what I did.
So
I
we're
flip it
gonna
upside
take
down,
this-
right?
Okay.
Because we have our egg wash over here too.
Right. So we're gonna bring this here.
This is the super. Look at this. It's the art. It's the art. Do you do anything else besides cello and?
I produce things. I'm a writer. I try to be as versatile as possible because, in this industry, you really have to be able to do many things to survive. So, yeah, I do a lot of things within the arts.
Within the arts.
I don't draw or paint, though.
Have you tried?
Yeah.
Didn't
Nope.
work for you?
Nope, I just stick to my stick figures.
There's an art in stick figures. There's no shame in that. No shame in that. You actually, again here, you had just an egg.
Yes. just
I
an
added
egg
a little bit of
wash.
water to it just to
Okay.
make it easier to spread out.
Okay.
I don't know if I don't want to ruin your recipe or your grandmother's.
No, it works.
So mostly what this is going to do is the proteins in the eggs are going to color a little bit, so you're going to get your color. And it's also going to help the sugar to stick, the cinnamon sugar that we were going to put on
Yes.
top, because that makes this. I'll be honest, when I looked at this originally, I'm thinking to myself, this isn't cobbler, it's got pie dough on it.
Some
But
people could say that.
they do say that, but I'm very much wrong. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful, and I think it's going to taste beautiful.
See, look at that.
You put your little bit of sugar on there. And then this way also, because of the cinnamon and the color in there, if we stick the tea back on there, on top,
It's gonna pop out.
it's going to pop out a little
Yeah.
bit. I mean, if you really want to go crazy, you can make some red sugar or something. What I would do is I
We're
would
gonna do
actually,
this first.
I would actually
That is smart.
wash this, because otherwise you're, and I mean, you could wash both sides, because you want it to stick it's going to be a glue to help
Right.
stick to, that was the top, right?
Yes. Yeah, no, that's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So you can wash the pieces, and I mean, you're going to the extent of doing that, but you could actually, and I can help you with
Oh,
this.
just dip it in there.
Who's
That
gonna
is so
Who's gonna
smart.
stop you?
You are so effective. I'm gonna do it that way. I like short and sweet and to the point.
Do you? That's why you added allspice.
Yeah.
I can't wait to taste it with the allspice. I'm giving you a hard time about it, but the truth is, I
I'm
love
telling you, just wait.
tasting all
I think
sorts
we
of
put
stuff.
These wrong.
It's possible.
I think these go this way.
You think?
Yeah.
It's
'Cause these are
possible.
the longer pieces.
Well,
there we go.
I mean, things happen.
yes, they do.
It's probably your fault. That's
Okay.
what it's only
There we
because it's
go.
Baker Dave's show. If it was Kalen's show, it'd be my fault. You see what I'm saying? That's one of the first things you have to learn when you're in the industry, right? Whose fault
Yep.
it is.
Okay.
Oh, this is at the bottom. I'm on the wrong thing. Oh, no, I'm not. Yeah, I am. You're a natural. You're better than me at this.
Shoot.
So did
Barely.
you ever want to be a chef?
Yes, I did.
Gonna move this
Before I
back over here.
decided to become an actor, I was set on becoming a pastry chef. And the reason why is because I
A
used
pastry chef?
Yes.
Are you kidding me right
'Cause
now?
I wanted to make cakes.
I love making
because
cakes.
I loved watching the challenge on Food Network.
The Food Network Challenge.
Yes, it was my favorite
Dude,
show.
I was on that show.
Really?
In 2010, me
You
and
know
my
what?
brother-in-law.
What did you make?
We did we ended up coming in second place. We did a cake. It was extreme wedding cakes.
Ooh.
So the cake had 4 tiers that you saw right away, and we're talking with we had it was mostly normal looking on these 4 tiers, but we had a thing. We had built a thing inside of it so that it spread out, and 3 tiers popped from inside of it with tattoos all on the sides and all sorts of. So the idea was, you know, you keep this cake out with the 4 tiers when grandma's here, and then you kick them out of the party, and then you can have your cake that you want with tattoos and stuff all over it.
That is amazing. You know what? It's a strong possibility that you are the reason why I'm doing this.
I'm not even saying that I'm saying that's Baker Dave made Kalen.
Claim it.
That's what I'm saying right here. On Temple Television. I can't say national television because nobody's gonna see it, but on Temple Television.
On TUTV.
It's totally me. We're gonna go ahead and put this in the oven.
Okay.
You use an oven this size at home?
Oh, no.
You ever seen an oven like this?
No. This is very
I actually have to lay on those shelves sometimes to clean the bottom out.
They make you clean them?
Dude, I'm not that big a deal. I have
You
to
are
clean my own oven.
dedicated.
I actually
I
actually prefer cleaning, you know, making sure that stuff's straight because you can't trust everybody else to do stuff. You know what I mean?
That is true. That is true.
You can't just trust anybody to do anything.
I have much respect for you because of that.
Well, I'm glad there's some respect for something. All right, I think I smell that being. I think it's done, man.
I smell it
Smells
too.
awesome. And look at that.
Oh, look at
Fancy
that.
tea on there and everything.
Yes.
Amazing.
That looks amazing.
That
Truly.
is. I think you'd make your I'd say you'd make your grandmother proud, but apparently you took it over, so I don't know if that's true or not.
I took claim.
Did you want some of the actual tea? Your Temple made? This is Temple made?
Yeah.
You're like, I want the tea. You're like the little kid that wants the flour on the cake, right?
The corner pieces are the best. I will tell you that, though.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Look at that crust.
Need a little more of the
Yeah,
fruit
you
there
need
for
them
sure,
peaches.
man. Oh, you were looking for more. Look at
Hey,
you. You
you
was like
know,
leaning in.
I didn't know if you wanted to give me some more.
This looks like it's almost perfect.
It does.
Yeah, we're missing something though, I think.
What's missing?
I think that we need some ice cream on it. Don't you think?
Oh.
Don't you think?
Yes.
This is, I mean, cobbler's not cobbler without ice cream.
That's how my mother loves it too.
Yeah, I think it's not quite perfect yet.
What else do you need?
I think that what would make this 100% like the greatest thing ever, I think is if we put some candied bacon on it.
I'm totally down.
Man, I thought you were gonna be all
No, I love bacon. Okay, and some people think, you know, it shouldn't work, but I like the salt and sweetness.
That is so
of
awesome.
it.
I'm glad that you like it
my
now that you're
God.
like the food critic guy or whatever, but
This
I really
makes me
thought I
so
was throwing
happy.
you a curveball. You totally curveball me right back.
Hey, I'll surprise you.
All right.
Okay, you ready? We're
You ever made candy bacon?
No, I haven't.
I'll tell you about it in a second. Let's try this first, all right?
Okay, hold on. Let me get my peach. Oh, why
You having
can't-
some
There we
trouble
go.
there?
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready. Running good?
That's $50 there for sure.
Okay, see, I told you. I told you.
If you ever do make candy bacon, it's super simple. You literally just put brown sugar on the bacon and bake it in the oven. That's it.
Okay.
The brown sugar
Now
bakes
I
into
know.
it.
Now
All right,
I
man.
know.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
you.
This was amazing.
This is so good.
That is, I'm definitely eating the rest of that.
honored.
And I barely ever eat the rest of the food, but
You gonna finish
I shouldn't tell that. I'm definitely eating this, though. I'm 100% eating this.
I'm
You
proud.
did a great job.
I'm honored.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
I'd like to send out a special thanks to Kalen Allen for stopping by and bringing his delicious peach cobbler recipe. Join us again next time for Baker Dave Presents, and remember, every recipe has a story.